What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cool Colas here, and you're tuned in to another episode of TJ Foodies. So, the reviewer, my beautiful wife, is holding the camera right now as I'm speaking to you all. Reason being is, I'm the only one who was able to really get food from this place I'm going to tell you about, because everything they had, there were no options of anything that she would like from this place. So I'm going to be the only one reviewing it. I'm going to be going to a place called International Fuse Bar and Grill. It's located in South Bend, Indiana. We're actually going to be, heading out to there, pretty soon here. And we're going to go pick up some food. Today, what I'm probably going to be trying today is the Nsima with the jerk chicken. And I'm probably going to also order a side of collard greens, like their collard greens. And I'm going to order a side of plantains. So when I come back, I'll review it and I'll let y'all know what I think. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cool Colas here. And I'm here now with my meal from International Fuse and Bar and Grill. I think it's the actual name of the restaurant. But anyway, here with my meal. I got the jerk chicken with the Nsima. And this is the first look at it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had no idea with the Nsima that it probably needed to go with some type of like stewed chicken or stewed beef. And it probably needed a sauce. So right now it just looks really sad. So I'm a little upset. I'm not gonna be able to give a fair rating on it because I feel like I should have got like something stewed with it. Like it was a silly mistake. But the reviewer, when I was talking to her, like she said, I didn't really know. So I made a mistake and got something. I got jerk chicken, which is not saucy, obviously. Especially as you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and just not. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna tell you what I think, but I won't give it any type of rating because I don't think it'll be fair. The other thing I got here is some greens and I got some plantains. Now, as you can see, the greens are looking pretty good. They got little onions and little tomatoes and things like that cooked into it, so it's looking pretty good. The plantains, they look okay. I ain't gonna lie, they look a little dark to me.
And this thing is steaming up the camera.
Is it? Ooh.
Yeah, it must be real hot.
But, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try it. I'm gonna start with the greens and I'm gonna tell you what my initial reactions are.
Okay.
So, these are a lot different than your typical green.
Oh, okay.
The onions and the tomatoes make them taste a little bit different. It is pretty flavorful. Not like your typical collard that's like super big and leafy, but it's still pretty good. I probably would put like hot sauce or something like that on it. I would personally, but it's not unflavorful. It's decent. I would say it's decent. It's flavorful enough where it's good.
Okay.
Let's try the plantain.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to
zoom in a little.
This is the plantain. And I'm going to dip into that and I'm going to tell you all what I think.
What are we thinking?
It's a little so-so.
Oh, no.
To be honest, it's so-so. It's not terrible. But when I think of plantain, I think of like something that's like, obviously it's not sweet as a banana. I think it's like sweet. And it was like, it's almost a little dry.
Oh, no.
I could taste a hint of sweetness, but it's a little dry. I don't know. It's definitely not my favorite plantain.
Oh.
I'm just going to be honest. It's just not.
Gotcha.
Greens are decent. These right here are
Gotcha.
not so much.
Gotcha.
Let's try the jerk chicken.
Okay. No, it looks good.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. Look at that little char and that little sear. Let's get biting into it. Okay. So that's pretty good.
Yeah? Okay.
The spice is there. The seasoning is there. It is spicy. It is a little spicy because it hits you in the back of the throat.
Oh, okay. So do got a little kick.
It's juicy.
Okay.
It's flavorful. This is good. This
Cool.
is really good.
Cool.
I'm impressed. Now, I'm going to try a little bit of this. Again, I'm not going to get too hard on it because it's, again, my fault that I got this one not with something stewed. But I still want to try it a little bit.
Okay.
This is the Nsima, Nsima, for those of you all who don't know how it's spelled. But this is it. I mean, it looks literally like a sad thing of grits.
It do look like some grits.
But let me just get into it. It tastes almost exactly like grits, but ain't got no flavor.
Oh no.
Has zero flavor.
Gotcha.
That might be on purpose.
Yeah, because maybe like the sauce kind of goes with it to kind of give it flavor. Maybe.
Yeah, there's no flavor.
Okay.
So, all right, but that's what I got.
All right.
All right. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cool Colas here again. So it's time to review International Fuse Bar and Grill, the food that I had just tried from there. So I'm going to take you into my thoughts about everything as far as like taste, customer service, and everything included, and tell you what I think. So my disclaimer, as I said before, is that for the Nsima, which is like I guess like a porridge, I'm not going to be reviewing that because I made a very big mistake. Mistake I made was that I was supposed to probably get something like a stewed chicken or stewed beef with the Nsima, because I think they're supposed to kind of gel together and it's supposed to make it a little bit more flavorful. I mean, eating it had absolutely no flavor, but I think the idea there was that the stewed whatever I got was supposed to give it that, like the combination of the meat and the gravy and all that. But again, I didn't get that, so that was my bad. So I'm not gonna, hurt them one way or another, or help them one way or another for that piece. So let's start with the greens. The collard greens are pretty decent. They had good flavor. I like the tomatoes and the onions in them. It was a little bit of a different spin, like an African style, type of thing with the collard greens. So after trying it, I would say I probably give it B tier. And the reason why I'm going to give it B tier is because it was good. It was flavorful. Like I said, the onions and the tomatoes definitely did it justice. The collards were like nice tasting as far as like the texture goes. So I really, was feeling that. The only things I would probably improve is, I don't know, I guess like when I eat collards, I expect something else, like maybe like a broth or something like that, or at least the taste of one. If I make like a collard green, like a soul food type of collard green, I understand that this is more of like an African type of thing, so I'm not trying to like be too picky there. But I think that that's kind of like the taste I kind of was expecting, and I felt like I didn't really get that. So I was like, oh, it's good. It's pretty good, and I think the vegetables and the fruits, obviously with tomatoes, is helping it, but maybe it's that. Maybe, although I said it's flavorful because other things were added to it, but I think it still could have used a little more seasoning. Outside of that, I thought that they were very good. So I'd recommend the collard greens personally. Let's talk about the jerk chicken. The jerk chicken was phenomenal. I was very impressed with the jerk chicken. It was delicious. It was seasoned appropriately. It felt authentic when you ate it. It was flavorful. It was it had like that kind of like that islandy taste that Jamaican jerk chicken typically has. And what's funny is this is an African restaurant, not a Jamaican restaurant, and they had jerk chicken, and it happened to be pretty good. It was definitely a good little like morsel. So I was very impressed. If I had to give it a rating, also too, it was juicy. The chicken was very juicy. I meant to say that too.
Okay.
Chicken was juicy, skin was very flavorful. Very good combination. I gave it high A tier.
Yeah.
High A tier because it was pretty delicious. And the funny thing is, these were chicken quarters. That's why I'm really giving them like a good rating on this.
Oh, yeah.
Because with chicken quarters, it's really hard to actually cook those and make those flavorful if you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
And they did a good job of making it flavorful and making it taste and feel authentic. adding the right spices to it, making the chicken still juicy but still also have flavor in it and all that. So I'm going to say high A tier for that.
What was the greens again? What was the rating for that? B tier. Okay.
B tier. Yep. So yeah, we're going to go with high A tier for the chicken because I think that rating is well deserved.
Okay.
Next thing. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is about to be a dun 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 moment. Those plantains. All right, y'all. You know we're here to always uplift black businesses. You know we're here to make sure we put them in the best light possible. You know we're here to do all that. And I'm adding all these disclaimers because I'm about to soften the blow that I'm about to give y'all. Those plantains were not good. They just weren't. As I was eating them, I know during the time when I was eating them, I said they were so-so. As I kept eating them, I realized that they were less than so-so.
Oh, man.
The plantains were not good at all. They didn't even look good. They didn't look good. They didn't taste good. The texture wasn't good. I was very unimpressed. I'm not going to lie to you. That probably was the worst batch of plantains that I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, man.
And I hate to have to say, I'm not trying to say that to be dogmatic or disrespectful, because I want every, business that's black to succeed. But that was not good. Just wasn't. They were barely sweet. The texture was weird, like dry almost. The taste was off and just not there. It tastes like it had maybe been fried too long or something. I don't really know. But I was very unimpressed.
Oh, no.
I even tried to add honey, because that's all I had to try to make it a little sweeter, which you should never have to do with a plantain. And it soaked the honey right up and barely made it any sweeter.
Oh, no.
So, I'm just going to be honest with you all. Like International Fuse Bar and Grill, you got good things with like your jerk chicken and stuff like that. But the plantains, I'm going to be honest, I was not a fan. I'm sorry. Just wasn't. It just... Man, and I was looking forward to the plantains, and I ate that, and I was at a dilemma. I was like, should I eat it because I just bought it, or should I get rid of it, although it's not great?
Oh, man.
So it just kind of I was kind of disappointed, I'm not going to lie to you. So, giving it the most positive rating that I can give it, based on what I tasted, including Honey Edition, it will get low D tier. The only reason why it's not E tier is because the honey made it maybe a decimal sweeter and already had a decimal amount of sweetness. So those two decimals made a whole somewhat level of sweetness. So I'm going to say low D tier. If it wasn't for the honey, it would be E tier. Those plantains were terrible, and I hope nobody ever tastes what I tasted from them. I'm just going to be honest. They weren't good. Sorry. Yeah, so that's my rating. Now, overall, let's kind of get to that now that you heard everything that I'm feeling from the food. As far as customer service go, I mean, it was pretty, like, average. I mean, like, the guy said hi when I came in. He didn't really say bye when I left, to be honest with you. Kind of gave me the food, and I kind of just left. So, I gave him a 2.5 out of 5, if I'm being honest. The ambiance seemed cool, though.
Yeah.
Ambiance seemed cool. It seemed like there was a lot of black people there, and they were... sitting at the bar and enjoying themselves. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, but my personal service, I'll give it 2.5. It was dead right average.
Gotcha.
Very, very, very average. As far as my entire experience goes, I'm going to be kind here because I know that the plantains are probably not really doing it too much justice right about now. Although there were a couple other things that were good. Collard greens were good. The jerk chicken was phenomenal. If I had to rate my overall experience with International Fuse Bar and Grill, I'd probably give it... somewhere between 3 and 3.5. If I had to choose one, I guess I'm probably going to have to choose maybe 3.
Okay.
Maybe 3. So listen, there's good things, there was bad things. Customer service probably could be a little better. It wasn't bad. They weren't rude or mean, but it could have been better for sure. Those plantains could have far been better. They were not good, y'all. I'm sorry. But that jerk chicken, that was on point. I'll give it to y'all. That was on point. That's why I'm giving you all a 3. You're between 3 and 3.5, but I'm just going to go ahead and say 3 because it didn't quite meet a 3.5 for me personally. I'm going to go ahead and say that the jerk chicken was the shining thing. That was very, very good, y'all. Very, very good. If you go there, because I still would encourage y'all to go there. I would. Get the jerk chicken because it is very, very good. You can tell they put a lot of love into it. And I'm going to give them all of their credit because they deserve all the credit for that. That was very, very good. And for it to be a chicken quarter, like, good job.
Right.
Good job. So... the collard greens were decent too, like I said. Like, I mean, I expected something a little different, but outside of that, like, that's my own mindset, probably expecting soul food collard greens. So that's why I'm trying to be generous when I say that, you know. But at the same time, it was it had flavors, you know. It had some veggies in it, which was nice, and it didn't feel unhealthy. It didn't feel nasty or greasy. So I give that to them. That was good. It was the collard greens were good. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and say 3 out of 5 for International Fuse Bar and Grill.
Okay.
So if you guys like this video, feel free to give me a subscribe. Give us a subscribe. Like, comment, share. Tell everybody that you know that we got such a great YouTube channel. And we're going to do everything that we can to promote black restaurant businesses and put them on the map. So we got a lot more to cover. So I hope y'all continue to tune in. This is Cool Colas here, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.